The entertainment world is in shock tonight as reports flood social media, claiming that Mendeecees has exploded in response to shocking HIV allegations involving Tamar Braxton. According to these circulating narratives, the tension escalated to a point where emotions ran high and accusations were reportedly flying in every direction. Fans are shocked, unsure what to believe as posts, screenshots, and claims keep appearing faster than anyone can process. While nothing has been confirmed, the reports themselves are creating a frenzy. And the story is trending like never before. Allegedly, Mendeecees confronted Tamar directly, questioning the truth of these claims and hinting at evidence that supposedly proves his side of the story. The alleged dialogue shared online paints a scene full of anger, betrayal, and disbelief. One post suggested he said, "You're lying, and I have proof to show it," while another claimed Tamar responded with tears and silence, a combination that fueled even more speculation. The family was left divided according to reports, with some members allegedly urging calm and others demanding a public response. Fans took to comment sections in droves, reacting with shock, outrage, and disbelief. The reports suggested that the drama wasn't confined to social media, with heated phone calls, private messages, and alleged confrontations behind closed doors adding layers to the story. Emotions ran high as readers imagined the personal stakes, wondering how a single allegation could ripple through relationships, reputations, and public perception. The story also reportedly hints at potential legal and social consequences, though nothing is verified. Even the discussion of alleged evidence has left fans debating what might really be happening behind the scenes. Every new post added more fuel to the fire, and the narrative continued to grow, with fans imagining explosive confrontations, public statements, and private betrayals that could forever change the way they see these public figures. This isn't just a simple rumor. It's a storm of allegations, emotional reactions, and divided loyalties that is capturing attention worldwide. As the reports continue to spread, everyone is left asking, what really happened? And what will happen next? Fans are shocked, emotions ran high, and the stage is set for a drama that could dominate headlines for weeks to come as the reports continued to pour in. The online world seemed to explode with reactions, rumors, and unverified claims about Mendeecees and Tamar Braxton. What started as whispers quickly turned into a full-blown online spectacle, with fans glued to their screens, refreshing gossip pages and social media threads for every new detail. According to these circulating stories, the alleged confrontation between Mendeecees and Tamar was emotionally charged, with arguments, accusations, and private messages said to be flying in every direction. Fans are shocked at the way these narratives describe the intensity of the alleged exchanges, imagining raised voices slammed doors, and the raw emotion of people caught in the eye of a scandal that could change everything. Reports suggested that Mendeecees felt cornered and betrayed, prompting him to confront Tamar directly. The alleged dialogue shared by blogs and social media accounts painted a vivid picture. "You're lying, and I have evidence," he supposedly said, while Tamar was described as silent, teary, and overwhelmed, struggling to respond. These details, whether accurate or entirely fabricated, created a sense of immediacy and drama that fans could not ignore. The family was left divided, at least according to these narratives, with some members allegedly urging restraint, while others wanted public statements to defend reputations. Emotions ran high as the alleged stakes extended beyond personal pride, touching careers, social circles, and public perception. The online discussion was relentless. Comment sections overflowed with fans expressing disbelief, outrage, and concern, while speculation about hidden evidence and private confrontations fueled countless theories. Some posts claimed that alleged screenshots, messages, and other proof were circulating among insiders, sparking debates about authenticity and motive. Fans dissected every word, punctuation, and timestamp, trying to determine what was real and what was fabrication. Even those who approached the reports skeptically admitted that the narratives were compelling, leaving them drawn into a story that seemed larger than life, according to some reports. Mendeecees' emotional state was one of anger and desperation. He was described as replaying events in his mind, questioning loyalties, and considering how to respond without causing further damage. One alleged message read, "I can't let lies define me," suggesting a determination to take control of the narrative, though the origins of this message were never verified. The alleged tension extended beyond social media, with claims of heated phone calls and private confrontations adding to the suspense. Fans are shocked at the way these stories framed him, not merely as a public figure, but as someone caught in a maelstrom of alleged accusations and personal betrayal. Tamar Braxton's alleged reactions were equally intense. Reports suggested she was emotionally overwhelmed, struggling to navigate both the claims and the public scrutiny that followed. Supporters were depicted as rallying around her, offering comfort and defending her character online, while critics questioned her silence and speculated about her involvement. One widely shared narrative described her telling a friend, "They're saying things about me that aren't true," capturing the sense of frustration and helplessness being attributed to her. In these accounts, the family was portrayed as caught between loyalty and fear, with some members pushing for public defense and others urging discretion. The alleged proof that triggered the controversy became a focal point for discussion. According to circulating narratives, screenshots, private messages, and supposed documents were being interpreted as evidence by fans, even without verification. Some readers were convinced by the alleged details, while others pointed out inconsistencies that cast doubt. On the reports, emotions ran high as fans argued about credibility, intent, and the possible consequences of the alleged revelations. The stories emphasized the personal stakes involved, suggesting that relationships, careers, and reputations could all be dramatically affected by what was being shared online. Social media played a central role in amplifying the drama. Posts described live reactions, heated debates, and viral clips that fueled further speculation. Fans are shocked at the scale of engagement, with some describing the online environment as chaotic and overwhelming. Influencers, bloggers, and commentators were said to weigh in constantly, further heightening the sense that the situation had grown beyond anyone's control. Every post, comment, or video allegedly added new layers of tension, making the story feel alive and immediate. Alleged confrontations were not limited to the two main figures. Reports claimed that friends, associates, and extended family members were drawn into arguments, either defending one side or urging calm. Screenshots of imagined conversations circulated, suggesting moments of conflict, worry, and intense emotional stakes. Phrases like "this is tearing everyone apart and we need to handle this carefully" appeared repeatedly in these narratives, reinforcing the perception of an escalating crisis. Fans were shocked by how far-reaching the alleged fallout seemed, extending to people who were not directly involved, yet became part of the drama simply by association. The alleged legal angle added another layer of intensity, although nothing was confirmed. Circulating posts suggested that the claimed proof could have significant consequences, hinting at potential investigations, public scrutiny, and even legal implications. The uncertainty created tension, leaving fans questioning the seriousness of the situation and imagining worst-case scenarios. Emotions ran high as viewers speculated about outcomes, debating whether public exposure could lead to irreversible damage or if it would all blow over in time. As the narrative unfolded, some reports went further, drawing connections to past conflicts, previous rumors, and historical interactions. These accounts suggested that the current scandal was part of a longer pattern of tension and unresolved issues. Fans dissected timelines, revisiting interviews, social media posts, from public appearances to look for signs that might validate the circulating claims. Debates raged over whether context supported the alleged story or if people were overanalyzing minor details. Still, the emotional engagement remained intense, with many unable to look away as new angles emerged daily by the end of this phase. The story had become less about isolated allegations and more about the chain reaction of personal and public reactions. According to the narratives circulating online, no statement, denial, or clarification seemed to settle the speculation. Every new post, comment, or alleged message fueled the drama, keeping fans captivated. Emotions ran high as audiences imagined the stakes, wondering how far the alleged conflict could go. The alleged intensity also seemed to affect online communities themselves. Comment sections became battlegrounds of support, doubt, and outrage, with fans aligning with one side or the other. Screenshots and posts were shared and reshared sometimes, with added commentary to reinforce or dispute the alleged claims. Emotions ran high as people argued passionately, projecting their own values, beliefs, and experiences onto the drama unfolding online. The narratives emphasized how quickly rumors could spread and how deeply they could affect both those involved and the wider fan base by the close of this stage. The circulating reports portrayed a world in which trust was fragile, emotions were raw, and the consequences of alleged revelations were reaching far beyond what anyone initially imagined. Fans are shocked at how personal stakes, public perception, supposed evidence were intertwined in these stories, creating a sense of suspense and urgency that made the situation feel larger than life. The tension, conflict, and emotional stakes set the stage for a continued escalation that promised to keep everyone watching closely, waiting for the next alleged twist to emerge. As the reports continued to spread, the narrative around Mendeecees and Tamar Braxton intensified, pulling in more details, imagined confrontations, and alleged reactions from everyone involved. According to circulating stories, the emotional stakes were at an all-time high, with each new post or claim amplifying the sense of crisis. Fans are shocked as blogs, social media threads, and gossip pages described what they called heated phone calls, tense private meetings, and arguments that allegedly left both parties emotionally drained. The alleged conflict was framed not just as a clash between two people, but as a storm affecting families, friends, and even professional relationships. Reports suggested that Mendeecees felt increasingly cornered, replaying conversations and messages in his mind, questioning loyalties, and struggling with the perceived betrayal. One post claimed he allegedly said to a close associate, "I can't believe it came to this, after everything I've done," highlighting the emotional weight being attributed to him. The intensity described online was palpable, with fans imagining the pressure building behind the scenes as the alleged scandal unfolded. Emotions ran high as readers speculated how long it would take before a public response or further escalation occurred. Tamar's position in the story, according to these narratives, was equally complicated. Reports suggested she felt trapped, facing scrutiny from fans, media, and her own circle of friends and family. Supporters were depicted as rallying online, defending her character and questioning the credibility of circulating claims, while critics questioned her silence and hinted at possible complicity. One widely shared alleged dialogue had her telling a friend, "I never asked for this. Why is my life being dissected?" Fans are shocked at the portrayal of her emotional vulnerability, and these reports suggested that the family was struggling to decide whether to publicly intervene or maintain privacy. The alleged proof that triggered the uproar remained central to the conversation. Circulating posts described screenshots, messages, and supposed documents as critical elements, sparking intense debates among fans. Some were convinced the materials were legitimate, while others highlighted inconsistencies and potential manipulations. Emotions ran high as audiences argued over credibility, motive, and the possible fallout. treating each post like a piece of a larger unfolding puzzle. Reports emphasize that the consequences, real or imagined, could affect reputations, relationships, and even public perception of both Mendeecees and Tamar. Social media continue to fuel the narrative, with each update, live stream, and reaction video adding layers to the drama. Fans are shocked at how quickly speculation turned into widespread discussion, with influencers, content creators, and casual observers all contributing to the growing frenzy. Comment sections were described as battlegrounds, with strong opinions, clashing over loyalty, truth, and interpretation. The intensity of the online engagement, according to these reports, mirrored the alleged personal tension, making the drama feel immediate and unavoidable. Alleged confrontations were not limited to the main figures alone. Friends, family members, and close associates were described in posts as caught in the middle, forced to choose sides or navigate difficult conversations. Screenshots of imagined discussions, urgent messages, and tense phone calls were shared, suggesting a ripple effect extending beyond the central conflict. Emotions ran high as fans imagined the pressure on everyone involved. Wondering how relationships could survive under such scrutiny, the alleged legal angle remained a key point. In many reports, although nothing was verified, circulating posts claimed that the supposed evidence could have serious implications, hinting at investigations, public scrutiny, or professional consequences. Fans debated the likelihood of such outcomes, imagining scenarios in which the alleged scandal could escalate further. Emotions ran high as the combination of uncertainty, alleged proof, and personal stakes created a heightened sense of tension that kept audiences engaged. The narratives often referenced past conflicts, interviews, and social media interactions, suggesting that the current situation was the culmination of a long pattern. Fans dissected old posts, searching for context, signs, or foreshadowing, while others argued that the connections were coincidental or overanalyzed. The intensity of these debates, according to reports, kept the story alive with each new interpretation, fueling further speculation and fan engagement. Emotions ran high as people weighed what they believed to be the truth against what might simply be exaggeration or misrepresentation. According to circulating reports, Mendeecees' alleged frustration and emotional exhaustion were reaching a peak. Posts described him as questioning past decisions, evaluating relationships, and weighing potential public statements. Some posts suggested he considered drastic measures to regain control over the narrative, while others framed him as struggling to maintain composure in the face of mounting pressure. Fans are shocked at the depth of emotion these stories attribute to him, seeing him as both a public figure and someone deeply affected by personal accusations. Tamar, meanwhile, was portrayed in reports as navigating a similar storm. Her alleged emotional state was described as a combination of anger, fear, and helplessness, with some accounts suggesting she contemplated stepping away from public life entirely. Supporters flooded comment sections with messages of sympathy, while skeptics questioned whether such vulnerability was genuine or strategic. The alleged tension between privacy and public perception created a dramatic backdrop, emphasizing the intensity and complexity of the story. Emotions ran high as fans tried to parse motive, truth, and reaction in a narrative filled with alleged confrontations and unseen consequences. Reports also described ripple effects among extended social circles, with friends and associates reportedly distancing themselves, expressing concern, or taking sides. Posts claimed messages circulated warning of potential fallout, and imagined confrontations or disagreements spread further drama. Fans are shocked at how wide-reaching the alleged conflict became, affecting even those indirectly connected. Every action, comment, or perceived signal was analyzed, adding layers to the growing narrative and keeping audiences captivated. As the alleged drama unfolded, online engagement intensified, Posts suggested that speculation about future consequences, public responses, and the veracity of alleged evidence dominated discussion. Fans debated whether the alleged conflict would resolve, escalate, or result in long-term impact. Emotions ran high as people projected personal values, experiences, and beliefs onto the unfolding story, further fueling the narrative. By the end of this stage, circulating reports depicted a world in which relationships were fragile. Trust was questioned, and the alleged scandal had far-reaching emotional and social consequences. Fans are shocked at how rumors, alleged proof, and social media speculation combine to create a narrative that feels larger than life. According to these stories, the tension, emotion, and uncertainty have set the stage for continued escalation, keeping everyone engaged and waiting for the next alleged twist to emerge as the story continued to dominate social media. The reports circulating online painted an increasingly dramatic picture of the conflict between Mendeecees and Tamar Braxton. According to these narratives, tensions had reached a boiling point, with every alleged interaction scrutinized and replayed across timelines, gossip blogs, and fan forums. Fans are shocked as posts claim that private messages, heated calls, and imagined confrontations created an atmosphere of constant pressure, leaving Reports described Mendeecees as struggling with both public perception and private frustration. Allegedly, he spent hours reflecting on past decisions, questioning who could be trusted, and preparing for confrontations that might force the truth to come out. One claimed message read, "I won't let false stories define me," suggesting a determination to reclaim control. Fans are shocked at the way these reports framed him as both vulnerable and defensive, caught between anger and a desire to protect his image. The alleged intensity of his emotions became a central focus in discussions online, with every post analyzed for clues about his next move. Tamar's alleged experience, according to circulating reports, was equally tense. Posts suggested she was overwhelmed by the scrutiny, feeling both defensive and misunderstood. Supporters were said to rally around her, defending her character and questioning the credibility of claims, while critics speculated about motives, timing, and potential evidence. One alleged dialogue described her saying, "I never imagined my life would be dissected like this," capturing the sense of helplessness attributed to her in these narratives. The family was portrayed as torn, struggling to balance loyalty, discretion, and public response, leaving tension running high in private and public spaces. Alike, the alleged proof that sparked the controversy remained a constant point of debate. Circulating posts describe screenshots, messages, and supposed documents as central to the narrative, prompting fans to argue over authenticity and implication. Some claim the material was compelling, while others highlighted inconsistencies that could suggest exaggeration or fabrication. Emotions ran high as audiences discussed credibility, motive, and potential consequences, treating each new post like a clue in an unfolding drama. According to reports, the stakes were not just reputational, but also deeply personal, affecting relationships and social connections. Social media engagement fueled the narrative further. Posts claimed that live reactions, viral clips, and influencer commentary intensified the situation, amplifying alleged conflicts and personal disputes. Fans are shocked at how quickly the story spread, with comment sections turning into arenas for debate, defense, and outrage. Influencers and bloggers were portrayed as weighing in constantly, creating a sense of immediacy and inescapable pressure. Every reaction, according to reports, added a new layer of drama and heightened the suspense for viewers. Friends, family, and associates were allegedly pulled into the storm as well. Posts described conversations, imagined messages, and private warnings as evidence of the wider impact. Some were said to distance themselves, fearful of association, while others reportedly tried to mediate or provide support. Fans are shocked by the ripple effect of the alleged scandal, extending far beyond the central figures and creating a complex web of emotional and social tension. Emotions ran high as audiences imagined the pressure on everyone involved. From casual friends to close family members, reports also highlighted a potential legal angle, suggesting that alleged evidence could have serious consequences, though nothing was confirmed. Circulating narratives described the possibility of investigations, public scrutiny, and professional repercussions. Fans debated the plausibility of these scenarios, imagining how exposure could escalate, what might be at risk, and whether anyone involved could avoid fallout. Emotions ran high as the alleged drama became intertwined with speculation about justice, accountability, and social responsibility. Past conflicts and interactions were brought back into focus by online narratives. Posts claimed that prior disputes, old interviews, and historical social media activity hinted at a long pattern leading to the current situation. Fans dissected every detail, attempting to connect dots and interpret signs that could support the alleged story. Emotions ran high as debates emerged over context, coincidence, and intent, making the narrative feel layered and complex. Mendeecees' alleged struggle with emotional exhaustion intensified as reports circulated. Posts described him evaluating potential public responses, considering private confrontations, and navigating a storm of speculation. Some suggested he contemplated bold moves to regain control of the narrative, while others framed him as simply trying to survive the emotional toll. Fans are shocked at the depth of emotion attributed to him, portraying him as a figure both in command and yet overwhelmed by circumstances. Tamar's alleged stress was depicted in similar terms. Reports suggested she wrestled with anger, fear, and vulnerability, contemplating withdrawal from public life while managing ongoing scrutiny. Supporters voiced sympathy online, while skeptics questioned the sincerity of her reactions. The tension between privacy and public judgment was highlighted, creating a dramatic backdrop that emphasized the perceived stakes, personal conflict, and emotional weight of the unfolding story. Emotions ran high as audiences imagined the intensity of every interaction, the consequences of each decision, and the long-term impact of alleged revelations. Extended social circles were reportedly affected as well. Friends, associates, and family members were portrayed as caught in a web of conflict, speculation, and rumor. Messages, imagined confrontations, an alleged private warning suggested that the drama extended beyond the main figures, affecting those indirectly connected. Fans are shocked by the scale of impact, with every interaction interpreted as potentially consequential. Emotions ran high as audiences considered the cascading effects of alleged betrayal, loyalty, and exposure. By this stage, the narrative had evolved into more than a simple scandal. Circulating reports portrayed a situation where trust was fragile, emotions were raw, and personal stakes were high. Fans are shocked at how alleged proof, social media amplification, and private tension intertwined to create a story that seemed larger than life. The emotional intensity, uncertainty, and stakes suggested by these narratives kept audiences engaged, leaving them anticipating the next alleged twist, reaction, or revelation that could further escalate the drama. As the alleged drama surrounding Mendeecees and Tamar Braxton reached what reports described as its most intense stage, the narratives circulating online painted a picture of chaos, emotional exhaustion, and relentless public scrutiny. According to these reports, every new post, comment, or alleged revelation seemed to ignite fresh waves of speculation, keeping fans glued to their screens and comment sections flooded with debate. Fans are shocked at how quickly the story allegedly escalated, with rumors suggesting that even close friends and family members were drawn into tense confrontations and private disputes. The emotional stakes were described as immense, with trust eroded and relationships teetering on the edge. Mendeecees was portrayed in these narratives as increasingly frustrated and desperate to reclaim control over his image. Posts claimed that he was reviewing alleged evidence, strategizing responses, and questioning loyalties in private conversations. One alleged message shared online read, "I won't let this define me," illustrating the pressure and determination being attributed to him. Emotions ran high as fans imagined the strain of balancing personal feelings with public perception. With each new update amplifying the tension, Tamar's alleged experience, according to circulating stories, was equally tumultuous. Posts described her as emotionally overwhelmed, navigating public speculation, private accusations, and ongoing uncertainty. Supporters allegedly rallied online, defending her character and questioning the credibility of reports, while critics speculated about potential motives and timing. One widely circulated alleged line had her saying, "I didn't sign up for this chaos," highlighting the vulnerability being attributed to her. The family was reportedly divided, with some urging discretion and others pushing for public statements, creating additional tension and emotional complexity. The alleged proof that fueled the controversy remained a central point of discussion. Circulating narratives described screenshots, messages, and documents as evidence, prompting heated debates among fans. Some readers were convinced of their authenticity, while others pointed out inconsistencies and possible exaggerations. Emotions ran high as audiences argued over credibility, motives, and potential consequences, with the alleged stakes extending to reputations, relationships, and long-term public perception. The discussion seemed to blur the lines between private conflict and public spectacle, with every detail analyzed and debated. Social media, according to reports, continued to amplify the drama. Live reactions, viral videos, and influencer commentary allegedly heightened tension, creating a sense of immediacy and emotional intensity. Fans are shocked at the way these narratives framed each interaction, with comment sections described as battlegrounds of support, doubt, and outrage. Influencers and bloggers were portrayed as contributing to the cycle, keeping the story alive and unpredictable. Every post added another layer to the unfolding alleged drama. Friends, family members, and associates were reportedly affected as well. Posts claimed that private messages, imagined confrontations, and urgent communications circulated, creating tension even among those not directly involved. Fans are shocked at how far-reaching the alleged fallout appeared, with every reaction interpreted as potentially consequential. Emotions ran high as audiences imagined the pressure on everyone connected to the central figures, adding depth to the narrative and making the situation feel inescapable. The alleged legal dimension remained a focus. Nothing was confirmed. Circulating narratives suggested that the supposed evidence could have serious consequences, ranging from public scrutiny to professional ramifications. Fans debated the plausibility of these claims, imagining potential outcomes and escalating scenarios. Emotions ran high as readers considered the implications of exposure, accountability, and social consequences, heightening the sense of drama and tension. Past conflicts and interactions were referenced in many reports, suggesting that the current situation was the culmination of unresolved tension, prior disagreements, and historical disputes. Fans analyzed old posts, interviews, and social media activity to search for patterns, connections, and potential signs that might validate the alleged story. Emotions ran high as audiences debated context, intent, and coincidence, making the narrative feel complex and layered. Mendeecees' alleged struggle with emotional exhaustion continued. Posts described him as navigating a storm of speculation, preparing for potential public statements, and managing private conflicts. Some reports suggested he considered dramatic measures to regain control, while others emphasized the challenge of balancing personal feelings with public scrutiny. Fans are shocked at the intensity of emotion portrayed, seeing him as both vulnerable and determined, Tamar's alleged emotional turmoil was similarly highlighted. Reports suggested she wrestled with frustration, fear, and vulnerability, contemplating withdrawal from public life while managing ongoing attention. Supporters expressed sympathy online, while skeptics questioned the authenticity of her reactions. The alleged tension between private resolution and public perception added to the drama, creating a backdrop of uncertainty, speculation, and high stakes. Emotions ran high as fans imagined the personal cost of every decision, statement, and interaction. Extended social circles were reportedly affected by the scandal as well. Posts claimed that friends and associates navigated a complex web of loyalty, fear, and speculation, with alleged messages and private warnings adding tension. Fans are shocked at the breadth of impact, interpreting every action and response as part of the ongoing drama. Emotions ran high as audiences considered the potential ripple effects of the alleged conflict. From personal relationships to public perception, by the time these reports had circulated widely, the narrative had transformed into a cautionary tale of emotional pressure, public scrutiny, and the consequences of alleged revelations. Fans are shocked at how rumor, speculation, and alleged proof combine to create a story that feels larger than life. The alleged intensity, emotional complexity, and uncertainty kept audiences engaged, waiting for the next twist, reaction, or revelation that might further escalate the situation. According to circulating narratives, the fallout affected not just the central figures but everyone connected, leaving relationships strained, trust fragile, and the public captivated by a story that continues to dominate headlines, comments, and conversations across social media platforms. After following every alleged exchange, heated confrontation, and dramatic reactions surrounding Mendeecees and Tamar Braxton, one thing is clear: the story has captivated fans worldwide, leaving everyone questioning what is real and what is simply rumor. The circulating reports have sparked intense debates, emotional reactions, and divided loyalties, with every alleged revelation sending shockwaves through social media. Fans are shocked, emotions ran high, and the uncertainty keeps everyone on edge, waiting for the next twist in this unfolding narrative. Now it's your turn to weigh in. What do you think about these claims and the alleged fallout? Do you believe there's truth to the circulating reports, or is this just another explosive rumor feeding the frenzy? Share your thoughts in the comments, debate with other viewers, and let your voice be heard in the conversation that has everyone talking. Your perspective matters and adds depth to the ongoing discussion. If you want to stay updated on the latest controversies, dramatic revelations, and entertainment news that keeps fans on the edge of their seats, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Like this video if it kept you watching until the end, and share it with friends who follow celebrity drama closely. Remember, behind every rumor and report are real people and real emotions, and staying engaged allows you to see the bigger picture, discuss openly, and understand the stakes from multiple angles. Stay tuned, stay involved, and keep watching as this story and others like it continues to unfold.